y'all. This is Pam at Pink Dragonfly Wingz. Hi, hi, hi. And we are here with episode number 10 of using up our book pages. We have a really simple little pocket tag, tuck, whatever you want to call it. And this is my second try at this video. I tell you, I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't keep up with myself. Let me wipe the sinus mess out of my eyes again. I tell you, West Texas, ain't it wonderful? All right, this is what we're going to make today. And I had to make another one because I couldn't remember how I remembered how I folded it. I couldn't remember how I put the washi tape on it. And I still didn't do it like I did this one, but it works. So there we go. So I'm going to put this one right here just because it's a reminder. This is the prototype, and it is made to clip in to your page like so. You could clip it there, you could clip it on this side, you could clip it on the top, you could clip it on the bottom, you could turn it upside down, you can turn it sideways. You can do whatever you want to. It's your pocket. All right, now the way I have it set up now, I have one little pocket in the front for a tag, two little tags here in the side. Turn it over on the back. We've got a bigger tag, and I had those out a while ago, and they fit in here like this. There we go, like unto that. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tags. There are other things you could do. This pocket back here is wide enough that you could make another little tag with a belly band on it. We'll play around with that and see. But this is what we're going to make today. Super, super simple. All right, I have a dictionary page, and it's just out of an old dictionary. And let's turn your glue up here. This is 7 inches wide. It is 9.5 inches long. That's just what this piece of paper is. It doesn't have to be this size. It can be bigger. It can be smaller. The process is the same, regardless of the size of paper. All right, so first thing I did is I folded this in half. And I folded it in half already because I wanted to cut off the raw edge over here on the side, and this 9.5 inch paper wouldn't fit in my little cutter, so I folded it already. Oh well, but I think y'all know how to do that. All right, now we're going to take this corner, we're going to leave it laying horizontal, take this corner and this corner, and we are going to fold them right there. And if it helps, do it one at a time and take this one and fold it down here. You can see the seam. Turn it over and fold the other one down just like it. If you're really good and talented, you can do them both at the same time. Unfortunately, I don't always do that. But then you open it back up and there's your paper. And hopefully it's close enough. All right, so we have it now looking like this. Let me put all this stuff back here. Have it looking like this. We are going to turn it over. Doesn't matter which direction. We're going to take this flap at the bottom and fold it up. Now, on this page, I have this line that goes down the center of the dictionary page so that it can put 2 columns. If you don't have that line, just fold it up so that there's a little bit left over here. You don't want this to be even. Okay, you don't want that to be even. You want a little hangy down. So I'm going to fold this, and this is approximately 1 3/4 inch, I think. I think I measured it one time. Let's see. Yeah, a little over 3 3/4, but it's not really quite 3 7/8. So go figure. That's close enough for me. All right. Now we've got it folded like this. we're going to pick it up and turn it back over the way we started. Okay, we're going to turn it sideways just because that's how I work. We're going to take this corner and fold it up here to the center. Okay, and then we're going to turn it around and do the same thing on the other side to the center. Now we're not going to glue this down. We don't want it glued down because we want it to be open here. We're going to put washi tape on it, and that's going to fix that. It's not going to need to be glued. Now we're through folding. That's it. That's all there is. Isn't that cute? But let's make it cuter. Okay, so we're going to open it back up again, and these two little flaps aren't going to be a pocket, so I am going to put just a little bit of glue on here just to hold those down, just so they don't flip up and interfere with our pockets in a little while and, you know, eventually tear. This paper is really thin. Y'all know how dictionary paper is. So it's really thin. So anything we can do to kind of strengthen it up and make it a little stronger, the better. Wipe my nose again. Oh, goodness. All right. Now, we're going to turn it over and we're going to start putting our washi tape on here. Now, the first thing I did, I picked these 3 pieces of washi tape. And I used this one when I did that one, and I've used this one before. I have not used this one, but I still like the blue one. I still like the blue one, so I'm going to use the blue one for this. Now, on this one, I folded the washi tape in half. And so let's take it out here. You need to start with your washi tape on this back flap here. Now, I did it so that I put half of the washi tape down and I folded it over. On the second one I put the whole piece of washi tape down. You can do it either way. I actually like it better with the full piece, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here, just because washi tape doesn't have a reputation for being a long-term tape. So I don't know how long it'll stay. The main reason that I like it a little better like this is because it comes up to these words and it covers this white spot down here. And I just like that. Aesthetically, to me, that's just better. If it doesn't bother you, don't worry about it. Put it on here the way you want to. Either way is fine. And then we're going to go ahead and bring this washi over here and put it on this side. We're just going to glue it down. And all we're doing, all this does, other than being decorative and making it look pretty, this is strengthening, if I can say that, strengthening the edge of our dictionary page to make it a little stronger. I know I have a pair of scissors, and we're just going to cut this off right now. It's not going to matter that much because that's going to fold in a minute. All right. Now then, our page folds up to the back. So we've got that one. We're not going to put anything on the bottom yet because we haven't decided for sure that that's what we're going to do. So we've got washi on here. We're going to work back again with the front. Now, this gets a little tricky because when I did practice one before, I glued the little pocket down with my washi. So I'm going to be careful not to do that again. And I am going to go right along this edge, just down into this pocket, but I'm not going to go down very far. I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. All right. I didn't glue that down. Of course I didn't. But that's okay. I'm going to cut this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and do the same thing on the back. And I'm going to put a little piece of tape here, running right down the edge. You don't have to go all the way to the bottom because nearly cut my paper off because it's going to fold over in a minute. So we're going to do it right here and up to there. And we're going to cut this one off. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this little nubbin off here. And we're going to turn it back over to the front. Now, this one's a little tricky. Not really, but it is a little bit tricky because you want this to go right down the center of this seam here to cover this seam up. You could use paper, you could use lace, you could use washi, you could use whatever you want to, but this little seam right here bothers me. So I am going to, what did I do? Folded my own. Alrighty then. And I'm going to start right up here and do as best I can to get this in the center. And I'm going to continue onto the back. Now we're not going to go all the way up, and we don't want to close up our pocket, but we do want to fold this down in here. So we're just going to fold this up in here, adds another little piece of washi tape there to strengthen that pocket. That's all. The reason this piece of tape is going to be here, actually it's for the front. The back is just decorative. It really doesn't serve a purpose. But on the front, I wanted to be able to cover up where these go. Okay? So let me go ahead and cut off this little nubbin piece up here. And I probably should have glued that, but I didn't. I get to talking and forget what I'm doing. All right, so that's how it looks so far. It looks like a little paper boat. Okay? Now we're going to take this side and we are going to pull it in here to the center. We already folded it, so it already knows where to go. Okay, so it already goes. And we're going to do the same here. It's already folded. It knows where to go. So we're going to fold it down like this. Okay, and we want this to not be glued to that. A while ago I glued it to it and it lost a pocket. Okay, we want this open and we want this open. And then we're going to lay it right here. We are not going to glue it because we're going to put a long, wider tag in there. And if we glue it, then we could only put two little ones. Okay, so we're not going to glue it. We're going to get our handy dandy roll of washi tape and we are going to run it right down the center just like we did when we put it on the center. So we're going to line it up with that, run it down, turn it over, untwist your washi and pull it up. And I extend it just a little bit so that I can poke this extra little piece down in here. One, it helps adhere and keep up with the washi tape. And two, again, it just adds a little strength to this edge. This is where our tags are going to be going in and out. So the strength that we can put on here is going to help our tag not tear the paper. And we're going to come back over here. We don't want to glue this one down either, so we're going to put it down in here as well. And we are done with our little pocket. Now, you make the decision. You don't have to put a piece of tape down here. I'm going to put tape down here, but you don't have to. It's not required. But I like it because it just leaves a little seam here for my lace. And see, that looks cute. And then the lace is going to cover up this little doobie-dobby section right here. Now, the one thing we are going to have to do is we are going to have to glue, because I think that may be why when I did the other one, I folded it in half so it would fold over this. But if it doesn't, if you don't do that, just put a little bead of glue right here on the bottom and right here on the bottom on the other side to glue that in. Otherwise, your tags are going to fall out. Okay, so we're just going to glue it together. We're going to put our washi back around here, and we're going to put it right here. Just cover it to where it, make sure everything is covered, no big deal, and then cut it off. And then I think we're done with our washi tape, and we're done with folding. All right, so now we're ready for our tags. And I even already cut my tags. I do not believe myself. But anyway, these two little tags are going to go right here in behind this flap. So you're going to have two of them right in here. This one is going to fit in the front part of the pocket. That's why you don't want this flap glued or washied to this little triangle here. You want it to be open. All right, and then we turn it over and we have another sideways tag and a tall tag. Okay, now this is where it comes to, if you wanted to glue this down, you could do that. Leave it just like it is. The washi tape is still going to reinforce the edges. That's okay. Then when you get ready to glue, just glue right here, and right here. Glue it down on your page. Your pocket is still open back here. You can put this tag in it, and you can put this tag in it and have it glued down to your page. I'm not going to make that decision on this right now, simply because I'm not sure how I'm going to want to use it when I decide to put it in the journal. So I'm going to leave this open, knowing that I can always glue it down in my journal if I want to. So right now, all we're going to do is just work on these little tags. And I do have some measurements here, but keep in mind, these measurements are just really to fit this. So if your page is different, your piece of paper, the piece of paper that you use is a different size, these tags are going to have to change accordingly. So, you know, that's just kind of the name of the game. But these two little front tags are 2 by 3, and I have 2 of them. The front middle tag that fits in the front is 2.5 or 3.5 by 2 3/4. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can turn it this way, you can do whatever you want. This is just how I chose to do it for today. On the back here, the tag that goes this direction is 3 3/4, I think, by 3. You have room here. Now, if you don't glue it down, you've got probably another 3/4 of an inch here that you could make this tag longer or wider or taller. That's up to you. Now, if this size is going to give you room to put your tape or your glue here to make it a fold down hidden pocket. And then the standing up tag is 2 3/4 by 5 inches. So you can play around with this. This is bigger. You can make this bigger. You could make this as wide as this one if you wanted to. In fact, we could do that. Let's do that and make, let's see if I can find a little piece of cardstock here somewhere. I know I have one, but I guess I'm going to use here's one that will probably work. That's going to fit in there like that. That could fit like that. And you could decorate the back of your tag and have it go like that. But then we could get a little piece. Now let me see, I've got these all mixed up now. Put those over there. And we could get a little, let me see if I have a piece in my little nubbin bucket here. Here's a little piece of cardstock. Yeah, that's the same. And we could do it like this. And we could put our washi tape on it. Let's go ahead and glue this down on here. And yeah, that would have saved me a cut, but oh my, why would I want to do that? Now you can leave it like that and put it on here like this. Ink the edges. Or you can cut it down. And I am going to cut it down to be just the width of the washi tape that we used. And we're going to cut this off. It's still a little long. Save that for another piece. And then we'll cut this one off right here. Probably would have been a lot faster to do that either with bigger scissors or my cutting thingy-mabob. But like I said, we don't do things the easy way. Oh boy, I just barely left enough. All right, so we're going to put a little glue over here on this one. And we'll put a little glue right here on this one. Oh, we need to ink it so that we have the edge kind of nice and defined. I forgot. Since I didn't ink much else on this, I forgot we're working on tags now. And this really doesn't help with the washi tape too much. All it does is covers up the white cardstock so that the cardstock is not showing. And that bothers me. So, may not bother you. If it doesn't bother you, then just glue away. And we're going to cut this off right here. And I managed, no matter how I do it, I managed to get stuff on the back of my card. All right, now this is a tag, so we're going to make it look like a tag. And we're going to use our little corner chomper here. And we're going to cut this off here. And then I'm going to round it on the bottom. Okay. Now we'll get our ink. Doesn't have to be brown. That's just kind of my go-to. And this little washi tape is very thin, so it's not adding a whole lot of bulk to your tag here. So you can still use this back part as a journaling tag because it's not going to interfere so much with your writing. All right, so let me ink this up here. There we go, inky inky. And then I'm gonna mop it up so that little spot there is not quite so obvious. Y'all know I don't like white. All right. Now then, we could take our little tall tag we had and use it to put in here. And still use it, and we've added an extra card to our journal. Okay? So there we go. Now then, let's ink this one up and get its little corners rounded. Love this little corner punch. This has just made my life so easy. Alrighty. And since this is predominantly blue and pink, blue washi with pink roses, I did get out some blue flowers. and we can put those on our tag. But let's see. Go ahead and ink that up a little bit. Put you in there so we remember where you go. Alrighty, here we go on the little ones. So we have two little ones here. We can, I think, do these at the same time, and I'm going to use the middle sized corner punch because these little tags are a little smaller and we don't want them to look out of proportion. We'll do the same thing on the rounding at the bottom, and to me it just seems like this helps the pocket, the tag go into the pocket a little smoother. I don't know if it does or not, but I think it does, and so therefore that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut that one and that one. We're going to cut the bottoms. Cut the bottom. Put you back up there. Put you right there. And then we'll ink a little bit. And I think I probably just did that wrong on this one because this one is supposed to lay sideways. I don't guess it really matters, other than the fact that I made. Wonder how it would do if I do this. It's probably, well, yeah, that's going to work. So I'll just do both of them as those kind of corners, because I got carried away and forgot what I was doing again, which is kind of the story of my life. I always forget what I'm doing, and there you go. Okay, let's do, now these will be fun because they stand up in the little side pockets. Hope that I am still in view here. Oh, goodness. One more and we're done. Here we go. Almost finished. Okay. There we go. There's our inking done. Goodness sake, we forgot to put our lace on our little thing here too. So let's see what kind of lace we have here. And I kind of, that's a definitely a little better design than this little one. That one was almost, just a little almost too dainty. So we're going to put this one right here. But I'm going to put it on with my Fabri-Tac so it can be gluing before we start putting these tags in and out. And I'm going to run the glue right along the bottom of this piece of washi right here. Come on. There we go. The Fabri-Tac glue just seems to work better with fabric, lace. Let's see if I can center that up a little bit. We'll have that right there. And then we'll turn it over because we want the back to be pretty too. Put you right like that. And if you want to put some kind of little decoration on the lace, you can certainly do that. That is entirely up to you. Let's see if I pull just a little bit, I can get that pulled over to where that will match. So I think we'll do it. And then we'll just put you right back down here. A little glue right there just because this is the end. There we go. All right, now it looks like one continuous piece. Make sure that's down good. And there we go. I like that, but I didn't really want to put the lace up here. I don't know why. It just kind of didn't work for me. So we're going to do it this way. We're going to put these back over here. I'm going to let you dry for a minute while we put some flowers on our tags. And I have you to go in the back, and I'm going to put you like that as well. All right, so here we go. Let's get some of these little nubbins off of here. And we've got some stickers here. Now I really like these flowers, but I'm afraid that all of these are too big for these little tags. These little tags are pretty small, and I'd have to cut them down so much that I don't know, that one doesn't look too bad. If I cut it off of the edges, that would work. I think that would work, and I just really like these pictures. And we even have another one that we can put on this one. Oh, nope, he's going to have to turn this way and do that. So I think we'll put all of those on there. That will work. Yeah, that will work. All right, so let's get this off. Okay. Let's see here. Let's pull this one off and see if we can get them to be pretty close to the same. Let's put you over here so I can see you a little better. Okay, come on. You need to move just a little bit. Just a little bit, not that much. No, you are not working with me. That's pretty close. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. And then we're going to turn this over and cut this excess off here. And I really do better without my glasses when I'm doing stuff this. Okay, cut your little stem off. And just a little piece there. I cut just a little tad of the card, so I'll put you right there. And we will do this one. We could go ahead and glue this to the back of the tag, but then you just have a little nubbin of a cactus sitting there, and when you look at this side, you go, what was that supposed to be? So I don't really like doing that. All right, we've got that. Throw those stickies away. Let's get you put on here. And of course, you're going to be difficult. Okay. I really want. There we go. Perfect. And we just have a little piece of the acetate to cut off of the top, but none of the cactus. And there we go. Alrighty, so now where's my doodad? Oh, here it is. Here's my doodad. Alright, so we're going to put one little pocket right here, or one little tag right here, and one little tag right here. And then we have this little tag to fit right there. And they all match. And we have a little nubbin that we could put right here. I like it here better than I did up there. So I'm going to put this little nubbin on the bottom. Maybe not. Maybe going to stick it way over there. Let that hold for just a second. All right. Now we've got to find some flowers that will fit on this one and this one. We're not going to put a flower on this one because this is just going to cover it up. This tag is the decoration for that one. So let's see what else we have here that might join in with the... Oh, that's a little cactus. That could work. I bet you're going to be too fat for this tag, though. Let's see. A little bit, but not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, you'll work. You will work. That's a pretty, whatever that is, but that doesn't match our cactus. So we're going to go with it like this. And I'm going to put this one on first because this is the one I'm not sure is going to fit the way I need it to. So we're going to put this, we're going to put it on. Like that. And all we have to cut off is just a little bitty part of the fern, the leaf. Wiggy. Aha! There we go. That's going to work just fine. And then we've got icky over here. We have icky everywhere. And we're going to take this one. Those are the same, aren't they? Yes, they are. And put you. Okay. Here we go. Now you're a little wider. It's not quite as tall. So there we go. Perfect. Okay. Then we'll cut off the little stem at the bottom, and that's all we have to do on that one. Got these little pieces just sticking everywhere though, so it's going to be cleanup time when I get through. All right, so this one is going to fit in here, and that's going to look nice, and that's going to fit back here. Now, if I were to glue this down, I would need to be very careful here. But since I'm not gluing it down, I'm not too worried about it. But that would have an impact on how wide this card could be. Okay, so keep that in mind if you decide you want to glue it down. And then we'll put this little tag right here and stand it up rather than lay it down, because then it kind of looks like it's a twin for the flower above. There we go. And we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags. And there we go. And if you wanted to put something on here, you know, we've got some little flowers. We could put some more flowers on there, but that's going to cover up our writing space. So I wonder, Oh, no, that's not going to matter. That's not going to change a thing. Okay. Alrighty, so there we go. There's our little pocket. We finally got it finished, got it folded right, got the washi tape on it right, and there we go. And it magically went from 5 tags to 6 tags. So there we go. And you could certainly add more if you wanted to. You could add all kinds of tags in here. So, but there we go. That's that for today. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you join our Pink Dragonfly Wingz creative group here, and share the video with everybody you know. Check out my online store. It's at www.mypinkdragonflywingz, all one word, my pink dragonfly wings, with a Z on the end of wings.com, and see what we have in there. We might find something that you like. So check that out, and I will see y'all for next Friday for episode 11, and we're just trucking right along. So in the meantime, you be creative too. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you then.